What's going on, Jeromes? So I really do enjoy PFF's Power Rankings over there heading into Week 14 because it does some things that other Power Rankings don't do. So it has the how many points they would be favored by, or how many points that would be a dog against an absolute average NFL team in on a neutral field. Vikings would be 3.4, and then also how the quarterback would affect the spread if they were in or out. Darnold would be 2, Mahomes would be 7. I mean, without Mahomes, the Chiefs are sort of like an XFL team with like a decent defense. Anyways, also strength of schedule to date as well as remaining, plus average wins based on their simulations, and then also getting into all the projections and stuff. So the Vikings, right, meow, which I don't understand. Like, how are the Niners 3.5-point favorites? Like, has that been updated from this last week? I don't know. Like, I'm not buying that one at all. Plus, it's so funny. You look at the top 10 of point spread ratings, and then every single one of them is near lock to make the playoffs, except for the Niners are at 12%. It happens, man. But the Vikings so far have had a bit of a tough schedule. So number one is the hardest. Well, actually, no, it slid down. It slid down. But not remaining schedule is 12th hardest in the league. And finally, you look at the Lions, who played the 27th toughest schedule in the league. So 32, 31, 30, 29. So very easy. Your bottom 8 schedule. Also, same thing with the Packers. They've been sort of whatever, but now they face the 8th toughest schedule. Packers projected at 11.6 wins. Vikings 12.8. Lions at 14.3. Whatever. So making the playoffs, Vikings are 99.999999%, and up there with the, a couple teams have clinched, playoff spots, but the Vikings can do that with a win against the Falcons on Sunday, as well as a little help in some of the other ancillary games. But they're still 15% to win the division, which, of course, Lions are 82%. The Greasy Grimy Green Bay Packers are at 3%. But then you look at winning the conference, Vikings come in 6th at 11%, aka third best in the NFC. And yeah, a lot of people do see the NFC as a 2-team race with the Lions and the Eagles. Let them. And if it's a 3-team race, they include the Packers, which it's okay. Let them. But also winning the Super Bowl, they got the Vikings clocked in at 5%, which is 6th best right now. Then also the 3rd best in the NFC. Lions 21%. So you're telling me, Riri, right now, 1 time in 5, the Lions win the Super Bowl. I would kind of like to fade that. I would really kind of like to fade that. Also, it's interesting. So the Lions on a neutral field would be 8-point favorites against a perfectly average team. Jared Goff only 3.5 points on the spread, though. It's really interesting. And as of right, meow. So yes, the Vikings are currently the winningest 5 seed in NFL history. And there is a way, because the Vikings can win out, and the Lions could win out aside from the Vikings game Week 18, and the Vikings would end up as a 15-2 wild card, just based on tiebreakers, which is just ridiculous. And I'm not one for reseeding, because divisions ebb and flow, right? And you should be rewarded for winning your division. But if you win 15 out of 17 games and you're still a freaking wild card, man, that's messed up. It's messed up. And the season ended right. Meow. The Vikings will be on the road against the Falcons. Of course, that will shift as there's lots of games to play, and the Vikings play the Falcons on Sunday. The Seahawks, I don't know. I don't think that they're going to hang on to the NFC West. I think that Arizona or the Rams can make a push, but you never know. You really do not know which Seahawks team is going to show up this season. And for the Falcons, they're not going to hang on to that division. I think that the Buccaneers are going to swoop in and steal their lunch money and go from there. Lions, we'll see. I mean, we do need the Lions to slip up a time or two, slip and fall, and they can't get up. And the remaining schedule, again, this team is tiptoeing through the damn tulips. So, of course, the Bears gave their game away. The Texans gave that game back. Then also they got the Packers tonight, which you're not rooting for the Packers. You're just rooting for the Lions to lose, which would be fantastic, because the Vikings need the Lions to trip up a time or two. Maybe at Soldier Field will be great. Also, next week taking on the Buffalo Bills, that's gonna be a big time game. Bills indoors, I kind of like that matchup. At the Niners, well, all of a sudden that looks like a turd. Hey, Brock Purdy 1 time, and of course Vikings take care of business Week 18, and we'll go from there. But Like I said, if the Lions win out and the Vikings win out, aside from Week 18, they're both 15-2, but the Lions get in on tiebreakers. But it's all right. Take care of your business one game at a time. And all these numbers, I mean, they're fun, sure, but it doesn't matter. And it doesn't mean a damn thing. Just win the next game in front of you. And then guess what? Everything else will take care of itself, right? And plus, the glory of the Vikings winning a Super Bowl in a rebuilding year, I need it. I need it straight into my veins. It's so glorious. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings over 99.99999% to make the playoffs, as well as 5% to win the Super Bowl. One time in 20. One time, baby. Let's go. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. You know what to do. Skull production value.